In my 35 years of serving the Jamaica Constabulary Force, I have never seen so much effort put into finding a missing person than I have seen put into this one. Your Manchester police have exhausted every lead that we have received as it relates to Jayden. Unfortunately, to date, we are nowhere near closer to where we want to be. But I'll just tell you how serious it is. That we have also have persons calling us to say that them dream that Jayden is in a particular location. And we have sent out our teams to go and check. We are leaving no stones unturned to find out where Jayden is. And the effort continues. The investigation is well advanced. We have interviewed several persons. We have canvassed several areas. We have looked at several cameras. We have visited several locations. A whole lot of work has been put into finding Jayden.
For the first time, the police is opening up about the case of the missing child, Jaden Smith. Guys, welcome back to the channel. If this is your first time here, welcome. And if it's not your first time here, welcome back. Guys, this is a reaction channel. We're not here to argue. We're not here to fight. We are a peaceful channel. But kind of make sure you subscribe, because if you don't, you won't know when we post a reaction video. Anyway, this clip, before I get into the video, I'm just showing this clip because when I saw this clip, it reminded me of exactly what could have happened to Jayden Smith. So don't go anywhere. Hang in there, grab a cup of coffee, and then we will start watching the video.
Meet James and Grace Smith, parents who have just realized that they were responsible for killing their own daughter, Derica Siobhan Lindsay. Just hours before this, both of them watched and even helped as their niece took Derica's life.
And I had her sit in a chair. When I released her, I told her to get up. She wouldn't get up. It wasn't intentionally. I love him and they love me.
And
this case has more red flags than a Chinese parade. When these people spoke to the media, none of them were crying or showing any form of remorse. I know if one of my niece or nephew was missing, one that do not live with me or live in a different era, I would be bawling my eyes out. I could not hold a straight face without tears, but I don't see anyone waste tears over Jayden. The family paint him as a good kid, so him being missing is very much out of character. Now, the police statement came out either yesterday or the day before. And while Manchester police have publicly stated that all leads have been exhausted in the search for Jaden Smith, a closer examination reveals several areas where the investigation may have fallen short or could have been handled more effectively. You see the first 24 hours? These hours are crucial in a missing person case. There is concern that during this critical window, necessary steps such as thorough forensic searches, interviews with immediate family and friends, and surveillance reviews may not have been prioritized or executed efficiently. Delays or lapse at this stage can significantly hinder progress. The police reportedly followed up on reports of sightings and tips, but the investigation seems to have lacked a strategic approach to verifying these case claims. For example, the report that Jayden was seen after his disappearance should have prompted immediate in-person interview with the witness and collaboration of their accounts rather than relying solely on second-hand reports, because this person could have been paid or whatever to say they see Jayden somewhere just to throw off the investigation off track. That is simple. Simple investigation. The call to interrogate all family members, including those in America, is valid. However, it appears that the key family members, such as the supposed cousin, may not have been thoroughly questioned. The fact that the cousin left the country shortly after Jaden's disappearance raises suspicion. But without formal, in-depth interviews, the investigation remains incomplete as far as I'm concerned, and as far as a lot of Jamaicans are concerned. The investigation is incomplete. Even though the cops them say them reach a dead end. Nothing, no clues. The information that Jayden empties his savings and bought extra food indicates, and that is how they want people to feel, he may have been prepared to leave or was in distress. But that's out of character for such a good child. Instead of dismissing these as routine, it should be thoroughly investigated. The people them who say him emptying account, they should have been investigated about that. Investigation should have explored whether these actions were consistent with a runaway scenario or indicative of foul play. This should have included detailed of finance, of how much money he took. Why didn't his step-uncle question him about why he was taking the money? Even though the uncle says he told him he was going to take it to buy pizza after school. All witnesses, including the uncle-in-law, should have been interviewed separately to assess credibility and uncover any contradictions. They should not have been questioned together at home. This telling that and that telling that and that telling that. No. They should individually, all should have been taken down to the police station at the same time and questioned by different people, and then they put the answers where them get together. As some may say, even though I am not a detective, but I look at cases that them have them out. The police them can study those cases too, because them put them out, and there's camera in all those in rooms, whatever you call interrogation room, and it's all there on TV. The real and natural thing when them catch people who kill people or do people things. Given that Jayden was described as obedient and not in character to run away, the investigation should have prioritized exploring foul play, including anyone with possible motives or conflicts. The fact that the investigation appeared to dismiss this avenue prematurely is concerning. All the family members should have been given lie detector test because someone is not telling the truth. They could be innocent, but out of fear, they might be not telling exactly the truth. And if they tell the truth, even if they are innocent and tell the truth, the honest to God truth, maybe that would have helped the police them also in finding out what happened to Jayden. The police claim to follow up on every tip, but the effectiveness of this process is questionable. Implementing a more robust system for evaluating and verifying tips, including digital evidence and social media monitoring, could have yielded additional clues. All Jayden cousin's phone, all of his cousins, because since he said he was going to meet a cousin, all of the cousins' phones should have been confiscated. The investigation seems to have focused heavily on the possibility of Jayden running away or being victim of foul play. Yet, no clue, no suspect, after such a long while. And I'm telling you, people depend this a case. People depend this a case. This is one of the saddest cases that I've ever heard of. Such a brilliant child just start school and left his home one day after an incident happened at his home with his cousin. It drives just suspicion. A lot of suspicion. It's just because if it was a child that just run away or something happened directly to him, but to know what happened to that little baby, that is what draws suspicion. Now, what I think, they should interview the family members separately. They should use forensic analysis of mobile devices and social media activity. And also, for the people them who not in Jamaica, they should employ international law enforcement corporation to question whoever live abroad and is a suspect. They should visit the initial crime scene if it's a crime, and if that means when live, sit down, get the whole story. When eat the morning when he wake up, when eat the night when he go to bed. Was he okay? Every God Almighty thing. When where? Did he take a bath? This is how me not detective, but they question and let people slip up. Because if they say what you eat and you say you eat rice and peas and you come back and say you eat stew peas the same night, something is off. Something is wrong. Simple little things how them interview could maybe lead them to whoever did whatever. And another thing again, where them just coming out with this, even though social media people had been calling for them to provide transparency, they didn't to the public. And how much from September to now is the first you see them coming out talking publicly? They should have provided transparent and detailed updates to the public to maintain trust and encourage community assistance. But the community nah hear nothing. The police them silent. Consider involving independent investigation if they can't manage it. Or oversight to ensure objective and accountability. You see, while the police have put efforts into the case, I say they not do nothing. They might do what them can and when them know if they do. The investigation appear to have lacked depth, strategic planning, and thoroughness in critical areas. A more comprehensive, resourceful, and transparent approach could have increased the likelihood of a finding Jayden or uncovering the truth behind his disappearance. Boy, I'm telling you again, there are it just coming. There are so many holes. It have more holes in this whole story about Jayden. There are more holes than Miss Siv or Miss Trainer inside of my kitchen. Anyway, guys, if you have watched the video this far, guys, thank you for watching. And make sure you subscribe before you leave. Stay safe. See you in my next YouTube video.